Hello and welcome. My name is Brian Caplen, editor of the Banker magazine. I'm here with James King. He's the Africa and Middle East editor, and we're discussing the Middle East results of the top 1,000. James, I think we've got a new winner, haven't we, for the Middle East region?
We do. For the first time ever, Qatar National Bank has taken the top spot in our regional ranking. It now has about 17 billion in Tier 1 capital, and it's surpassed Saudi Arabia's National Commercial Bank for the first time.
I'm presuming that's due to a lot of its overseas takeovers. It's had big regional expansion.
That's right. So it's been very aggressive on the acquisition trail. It acquired a stake in Ecobank in Africa. Last year in 2016, it acquired a finance bank in Turkey. So it's been very busy on the acquisition front, and that's really helped to grow its presence in our table.
Okay, now there's also been merger activity in the domestic UAE market, hasn't there? So what's that all about?
So the big headline deal is the merger between FGB and the National Bank of Abu Dhabi. They've merged this year in 2017 to create the first Abu Dhabi bank. That will be...
All right, so they're not in the ranking yet because the results were too early.
Exactly, so that will feature in next year's ranking, but it's likely to be a big change to the regional order because those two banks as discrete entities were ranked 5 and 9 in our regional table.
Okay, all right, now tell us about the highest movers table. What's that shown us in the Middle East?
So again, this is dominated, similar to previous years, by Islamic banks. So 5 of the top 10 are Sharia compliant lenders.
Right, that's interesting in itself, isn't it?
It is, so there's still, that growth story is still there. It's moderating, but it's still just outpacing their conventional counterparts.
Right, and of course we do our own Islamic ranking in the November issue.
That's right, and it should pick up some of those performances hopefully. And of those top 10 lenders, 3 are from the UAE as well.
Okay, so good year for Islamic banking. Let's turn now to Lebanon, another market that's had troubled economic challenges, hasn't it, to face, and the banks have had to take some difficult times in their stride, yeah?
That's correct. So Lebanese banks are under pressure from obviously the conflict in Syria next door and a slowing domestic market, but 2 of our best banks by return on capital are Bank Audi and Blom Bank, and they're showing that with a diversified business model they can still generate the returns to hit the top spots in our
All right,
table.
they have had quite good support, I think, from the central bank, haven't they?
That's correct. So the Central Bank of Lebanon has been helping to stimulate the economy through providing funds for tech startups and the knowledge economy. So those sorts of measures have helped somewhat, but also their overseas expansion has played a big part in this performance too.
James, thanks very much for that update.
Thank you.